To what lengths will someone of uncommon intelligence and societal prestige go to exact retribution for a wrong committed against him? CSI meets criminal minds in this fast-paced, edge-of-your-seat techno-thriller, Cold Eyes. Cutting-edge forensic tools and state-of-the-art technology makes this story realistic. With its current theme of cybercrime, the plot could easily make the headlines in tonight's evening news.
This is a suspense thriller that includes a murder mystery, FBI and police investigation, kidnapping, intrigue, and of course the intricacies of cybercrime.
Set in Silicon Valley, the mecca of high technology, and the famous Stanford University Hospital, bioscience research is performed by Dr. Brett Russell, whose scientific breakthrough promises to change the face of disease and dying. Thousands wait for the announcement of the greatest health breakthrough of the century. But instead, the morning he is scheduled to reveal his medical breakthrough to a worldwide audience in San Jose, California, his body was found lay in this craggy shore of Davenport, California.
I'm here right now in Davenport, and in my book, Cold Eyes, this is where supposed to be Dr. Brett Russell was found dead. The morning he was supposed to give his medical breakthrough to a worldwide.
The discovery sends shockwaves throughout the Silicon Valley, all the way to Europe. His wife, Dr. Mary Ann Dobbins, receives the news of her husband's death while in Rome, shopping for a wedding gown of the oldest daughter, Lisa. The news brings fear to her heart. Are she and her daughters in danger too? Fear echoes in her grief. Has someone finally uncovered her secret of 25 years? The night of Russell's murder, a computer database hacker infiltrates and viciously corrupts Dr. Russell's lab server, which contains years of confidential research, and also the records of the pediatric department of the Stanford Hospital and Clinic, where Dr. Mary Ann Dobbins is a pediatrician and faculty member. And while grieving for her husband's death, Mary Ann went missing. Investigators believe that there is only one person to this murder, kidnapping, and cybercrime. The FBI brings in Joanne Gravitz.
My protagonist, Joanne Gravitz, is not your usual detective. She's a young but intriguing
She is a young but intriguing software developer for a top-notch computer security firm called OmegaSoft. The FBI brings her in tracing the identity of the murderous database hacker. Agents consult with Joanne because her newest technology against hackers, Cold Eyes, can readily map and pinpoint the location of the hacker's activities. Or so she thought. From within Cold Eyes comes a warning. Cease or pay the price. How could CyberGod possibly have hacked Cold Eyes itself? She turns for help to two other OmegaSoft experts. Cryptography guru Stephen Smythe, who is also a close friend. Dr. Frank Tilton, Ph.D., OmegaSoft CIO, and a visionary in the high-tech world whose books on the future of computing have proven uncannily accurate. But even their assistance isn't enough. The hackings continue, and so do the notes from CyberGod, growing more insistent and the threats more brutal. Although she's barely 2 weeks into recovery from a near-fatal car accident, Gravitz throws herself into the job. Again and again, Cold Eyes gets her tantalizingly close to the hacker, and her hard work finally pays off. The hacker's source computer is located in a historic mansion.
Cybercrime, murder mystery, FBI investigation, and intrigue. There is a love story with a twist to the end. So there is a scene in Cold Eyes where my protagonist Joanne Gravitz visited the mansion, which is the source of hackers' activities. And when she got there, she was quite surprised to find out who lived there. Take a look.
Suddenly, the entrance door opened. The heat of her embarrassment traveled up the back of her neck and creeped slowly over her cheeks as she spits out his name. Was he the other software expert? Feeling her explanation both lame and adolescent, she stopped speaking and simply stared at the object of her growing infatuation. Her email pen pal, her former surgeon and the man who had essentially saved her life, was standing only 6 feet in front of her. Would he think she was stalking him? That she was brazen and ill-mannered? He was so incredibly handsome that he took her breath away, literally. What was she thinking? But he seemed to be equally shocked by her presence in the place he called home. Joanne's heart sinks. Her brain says it couldn't be Tilton, but her heart refuses to believe it could be Jacobson. Torn, she knows she cannot stay silent, feeling like she is betraying a colleague and the man she is falling in love. Who is the mystery hacker known as CyberGod?
This is not only about a software a software developer that can trace the hacker's activities. Pay attention to the details, how I describe my character's eyes. There is something about their eyes that will reveal the motive behind all this. And I wrote it in such a way that will shock the readers in the end. One might know who've done it.
He smiled at her, but she didn't like the strange look in his peculiarly translucent eyes. They seemed to look right through her, and the thought crossed her mind that they looked amazingly like the icebergs she'd seen on her trip to Lake Louise in Banff last year. Almost aqua. For some reason, they put her on edge. Cold Eyes by Romina Wilcox, now available at Amazon.com and Barnes & Noble.